Hello, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another live unboxing, CGC unboxing. And today I have 3 full CGC boxes to share with you. They all arrived actually on Sunday. Yeah, today's Monday? I'm not even sure what day it is. Today's Monday or Tuesday. I think today's Tuesday. They arrived on Sunday anyways. On a Sunday. FedEx is crazy lately. They're delivering on Saturdays and Sundays. That was never the case for the longest time, but now they are. Anyway, so I got 3 great boxes to share. Some really big books in here too, so I hope you'll stick around and watch the video in its entirety. Guys, if you're new here, I'm Kevin the Comic Doctor. I'm a comic book presser. I'm an authorized CGC dealer located way up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Every week or two, I get a bunch of boxes back from CGC, and that's a third-party grading company that actually grades and slabs comic books, and they return them to me. These are client books, and as they come back, I share them with you on programs such as this. So if you like comic books, comic book art, comic book speculation, you are probably in the right place. I sure hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel, liking the content, and of course, hitting that notification bell so you can, you'll be the first to know when I go live. And stick around throughout this video as I'm going to go to the live chat. And if you have any questions about comic book pressing or the hobby in general or CGC, come by the chat and say hi, and you can ask your questions there. Okay. So anyways, guys, actually, before I get started, thank you for those who did come by on Saturday night for Tony's live claim sale. I think it was a success. It was an hour and a half. Tony did quite well. Sold a couple of big books. The next sale right now is going to be on September. I don't want to give you the wrong date. It's scheduled for the second weekend of September. I think it's the 7th. Let me just make sure here. I don't want to give you the wrong date. Calendar. It is on, I'm totally wrong, the 10th of September, featuring the books of Roy's Paper Heroes. That's right. So Roy is feverishly putting together some great books to share with you on that Saturday, probably at 9 o'clock again. Again, if you subscribe to me here, you'll hear more about it here. Or, of course, best to follow me over on Instagram as well. You'll find out that information there also. Okay, guys, enough of the jibber jabber. Time to look at some books. Let's go over to the overhead cam and see what we got. I put the first one on the slab already. I put the first slab down so I could kind of gauge the camera. Here we go. The first book is a 9/8, which is great. We got Edge of Spider-Verse 4, First Spider-Gwen, which is quite awesome. This we have several invoices in this one. So we got probably a few different orders in here. We also have a copy of Amazing Adventures 11 in an 8.5. As well as, oh, nice. I like when this book comes back at NYX number 3 in a 9.8. And I did go out and buy that camera I was telling you guys about. I had it all hooked up and did not have the right cable. So hopefully by the next What's in the Press or the next unboxing, these images, the image looks pretty good today actually for a webcam, but it'll look even better once I get this camera going. I like to make the experience here as pleasurable as possible. And I want to make sure the picture quality is as good as it can be. Where's the other bag? There it is. All right, so what else do we have here? So a couple of nice books there. It's no cracks so far, which is great. Next we have a Marvel Special Spotlight 32 with the first Spider-Woman. Get it all lined up there. Come on. These webcams are terrible for quick focusing. That's the problem. Let's see if I can get it focused. There we go. All right. We also have a nice Spider-Man 122. And a Spider-Man. You can't have a 122 without a 121 and an 8.5. I'll go over the chat soon, guys, after this first box. We also have an ASM 238, probably with one of the last custom labels. What a shame, because that is a really nice custom label. I love the Hobgoblin custom label, but they have done away with it. You know, I could probably go to the chat while I rebag these. Hey, Luke's here. James is here. How you doing? Hernani Ferreira's here. How you doing? Rob Delaney. How you doing, Rob? John, how's it going, man? Good to see you. RP's here. Hi, Doc. Hope all's well. How'd you like Fan Expo? You know what? It was all right. It's such a busy... I went on the Thursday night to avoid all the crowds and everything. My son and daughter wanted to have a picture with Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things, so they got that picture that night, which was fantastic. And yeah, so it was all right. I didn't pick up a lot of books, but it was fun. It was fun. You know, I like going to Fan. I like to go and see all the dealers that I know, saying hi to everybody. Oh, check this out, guys. A nice copy of Tales of Suspense. 52 and a 7.5. I believe that one belongs to Stavros. And I believe that's a grade bump. It was a 7 to a 7.5, yes. And this is also Stavros. This was a 9 point. I think this one bumped to a 9.4 from a 9.2. I think. You know, if memory serves. Next we have Amazing Spider-Man, number 16, and a 4.5. And I think that's all I can get without starting to wreck the picture quality here. P. Bale says, good evening, Doc. Those ASM 121 and 122 are on my grail list. Yes. I only ever had one pair of I had one set of those. And I had them at a show and I sold them. And I sold them together for like, I don't know, $400, whatever. And I took the guy's money. He scurried off. When I counted the money, he was $50 shy. He took off pretty fast. He was beating me up on the price too. So he was happy to get $50 additionally off the price and then disappeared. I was pretty upset about that. I always find it rude. I shouldn't, but I always find it rude if someone gives you money to pay for something to count it, you know? But I learned that day you count the money. Whether they're intentionally trying to rip you off or mistakenly, you know, a mistake has happened, count the money. I learned the hard way. Trust me. We also have an Amazing Spider-Man number 11. And I'm going to have to do the whole hand trick again with this thing. Here we go. There we go. Whoop. Come on. There we go. A new camera can't come quick enough. 4.5. We also have, this is a nice book, The First Appearance of Deathlock in an 8.5. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars in a 9.4. Let's do one more. Actually, I'll hold on. The next one will wait because it's a nice couple of nice ones. Yeah, it kind of stunk, you know. People don't realize, you know, when you go to a show and you do a big show, how much work is involved. Some of you guys set up at shows and you know you're getting up at 5 in the morning and you're pricing all the books out and you're lugging all the long box, you're setting up all the racks. It's a lot of work to have. And you know what? I didn't have a store. I did have a store back then. It was kind of just very disrespectful to do that to somebody to short them $50 or whatever, you know. And I think it was intentional. The only reason I think it was intentional is because he was really beating me up on the price. And then as soon as I gave him the books, he disappeared fast, like really fast. And that was my stupidity for not, you know, my trusting nature to not check the money as he gave it to me. But since then I do it. And I know, you know, and I still feel bad doing it, but I do, just to be on the safe side. All right, what else we have here? Oh, nothing wrong with the Lethal Protector in a 9.8, and the reason I wanted to wait was because what's better than one? Oh, well, how about 2 9.8 Lethal Protectors? I like this book. I think it looks great. So that looks all right. Mike says, take the money and run, or count the money. Count the money, then run. Trust me. We have a 9.0 of ASM number 328. 9.4 of 362. You're going to get a 9.8. Get a 9.8 on this one, guys. 316 and a 9.8. 24 you guys watching right now, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, it just helps me, guys. It helps because it draws. The more likes I get, YouTube looks at the analytics, and whenever someone types in comic book pressing or comic books, they might throw my video their way, and that helps me gain subscribers. It doesn't cost you a darn thing, but it certainly helps me a lot in maintaining this channel. and getting this channel out to the masses. Mike S. Hello, caught you a little late. No problem, Mike. Good to see you. Putting these books back as I go. Over here. RP, hey Doc, we'll be checking on the Durham comic show September the 18th. People keep asking me that. I probably won't have the time to go to that one. The only show I do exclusively is the Toronto Comic Book Show. And that's October the 16th. I mean, if I have time, I'll go by just to see who's there maybe, but I don't think I'm going to have a chance. I'm just swamped. Every free second I get, I like to just keep working on stuff rather than going to shows and spending money. 9.2 on an ASM at 201. A 298 with a 9.0. Then 8.5 for a 299. Wayne's here. How you doing, Wayne? What happened? Someone rip you off? I'll get them. Well, that was a lot. Buddy, that was probably like 5 or 6 years ago that happened. So that's okay. Live and learn, right? Expensive lesson. Well, not too expensive. It's Dumonet, deep cuts. Let's see who gets the reference. I'm not sure. My man, hey Chris, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Michael, Kevin, tell them the story of the 8.5 that was a 9.8. Michael, remind me. There's so many 8.5s that should be 9.8s, in my opinion. Ugh. Well, not many. I shouldn't say many, but a few. It's hot in here, guys. It is hot in here. Okay, 3 more from this box. When were these books submitted? I've been getting oh wow. As I'm talking. That's awesome. I love that gold one. Whoop, right there. The modern books, man, are coming back really quickly. Like I'm getting books back a month later with moderns. I'm not sure. I don't know when these went in without doing the without actually sorting them. I don't know. I'm not sure whose books these even are, but I'm pretty sure these are all moderns. So these are probably like most of the modern books that were, from a few months ago, they're all back. If you've got modern books still outstanding from like 4 months ago, give me a holler because they should be back by now. These are books like from the summer, like from early summer, like May, June, July. So yeah, they're going through them really quickly. That's a nice looking book, man. Woo. Just cut myself. Oh, gotta have a 361, don't we? There we go, 9.4. And what the heck? A 901. They're both newsstands and a 9.6. Michael, the one the dealer told us CGC screwed up and used it. Oh, Michael, yes. That's a long story, Michael. And good seeing at the show, by the way. The abbreviated version of the story. I'll give you the abbreviated version. So basically, I'll get out of here for a second. So basically, me and Michael were talking to a dealer from Montreal at the Fan Expo, and he was talking about an 8.5 book that was given at 9.8. And I'm not going to say what book it was or whatever. It was an early ASM, I'll tell you that much. And the book was pre-screened at 8.5, returned to the owner, and it was sent back, and it came back at 9.8. 9.8. So this dealer tried to broker a deal because the owner wanted to sell it. And there's a couple of prominent, again, I'm not going to mention any names, a couple of prominent dealers that were interested in buying it for like $20,000, $30,000. It was crazy money. And what happened? The dealer from Quebec contacted CGC for whatever reason, I forget. And they said, we need that book back. And I forget why I think they called for I don't even know why. I forget why he called. Michael can maybe fill us in. I forget why he called CGC or how CGC even knew that it was the book had been given the wrong label. And that's just it. There's basically a drop down list they have for 8.5, 9, 9.2, 9.4, 9.6, 9.8. 10. They hit 8.5. It's supposed to be 8.5. They hit 9.8. And they gave this book a 9.8 rating. They wanted the book back. And the guy's like, well, it's not my book. The guy has his book. And they started threatening this dude with legal action if they didn't return the book and blah, blah, blah. Apparently, when you, as a dealer, when you sign the agreement with CGC, you have to cooperate and all this. Anyway, it was a big fiasco. And it was all a big clerical error. It was all the clerical, this book. But just imagine that CGC did not find out that this book had been released in a 9.8 label, because they didn't realize it was until he had told them. Anyways, it was a big mishap. Crazy. That's the story, basically. So mistakes do happen. RP says, hope it's as good as a Saga Toronto show. FB ad says over 40 tables. We'll see. I'm going to tell you, I hope it does well here in Oshawa. Myself and others have thought about doing a Durham show, but we always say no, because I don't believe we have the bodies for it. The guy out in Belleville does the Quinty show. It's a toy and comic show, and he brought that to Ajax, and that was starting to get legs, but it wasn't purely a comic show. It was comics and toys. So a pure comic show here in Oshawa, hey, maybe it'll work. I hope it does. God bless him if it does. But everybody else who's tried it hasn't really worked. But hopefully it does work. And like I said, if I have friends that are going to be there, if it's really hot, then maybe I will swing by. Chris Reynolds, how was Fan Expo? Any deals or guys selling Raws eggs? Chris, how did you know? Well, that was exactly it. That was exactly it. Michael Lemon says the buyer wanted the notes for a 9.8, which is weird. And when the dealer, he was middleman, called CGC, looked at the notes, and realized they made a mistake. It should have been a 9.85. That's right. Wayne is right. Deals at Fan Expo. Come on. Peter, that's right. The gold one is yours. The two red ones are as well. Awesome. Those are my books. LOL. Venom 2, red and gold, and the ASM ×2, but 9.4 on those. Yeah. Can't always be winners. We tried, though. We always try. Guys, let me grab the other box. I will be right back. Don't go. I have 3 boxes. That was the first box is now done. I'm going on to box number 2. Give me 1 second. Let me just, I'll be right back. All right, we start the next one, my friends, with ASM 210 and a 9.6. Not bad. I'm seeing a lot of these in a 9.8 lately. I don't know what's going on. Secret Wars number 8 in a 9.8. As well as a Spider-Man 2099 in a 9.8. Do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do one more of the exact same book, also in a 9.8. Nothing wrong with that. Mike Guess, I just realized I think a few of my books are in economy. See you next year. Well, it depends. If they're economy, they're probably, if I sent them recently, they're fast tracked. I have not used economy for several weeks. So I've been saying that for months leading up to this, because the economy is so damn slow. I'm no longer using economy. If people demand economy books, I tell them to go somewhere else. Because yeah, if I do economy, I have the books for a year, over a year, right? So I'm using economy fast track, which is about a couple of months. So yeah, Mike, if I sent your books recently, it was probably fast tracked. RP, hope to see you there, Doc. You never know, RP. I might show up. Yeah, I might show up. It's local. Smaller shows, a lot easier for bargaining, even the small ones with pop toys. And yeah, no, I agree. The smaller shows, you do have a good chance of getting deals. That is for sure. We got a Hulk 234 and a 9.2. We have a Marvel Comics Presents 72 and a 9.4. Chris says, used to have a dealer from Winnipeg that had great books for good prices. Haven't seen him there since 2018. Which show are we talking about? You're talking about Fan Expo? Chris? Wayne says, hey, can you clean and press old pulp magazines? Can they be graded? I believe so. Yeah, the old pulpy magazines are really nice to clean. If they're in good condition. If they're in rough condition, not so much, right? But if they're in good shape, yeah, totally. What else we have here? We have Marvel Secret Wars in 8.5. And another one in a 9.0. Now, one of these, all right. And they didn't make note of it. I think this one is the second print, right? And it's worth a lot more. I'm not sure. Someone's going to have to help me. I'm not sure if this one's a second print or if that one's a second print. But the second print one apparently is worth slightly more. Am I wrong? Put these away. I think these books are Marty's books from Oshawa. We have a 9.6 of ASM 258 right there. And a 9.6 of 365. Here we go, the 9.6s of 257. It's getting too high. I better put those ones away. Wayne, what about newspaper clippings? Yeah, I could do newspapers. You know what I've been doing lately, actually, is currency. There's a guy who who's in an office, a real estate agent beside me where my office is, and he keeps bringing me currency, like old $2 bills and $1 bills, and I've been pressing those for him. They're turning out pretty good. So currency really responds well to pressing as well, which is kind of neat. We also have a 9.0 of G.I. Joe, number 21, Canadian price variant, and a 9.0. And a 9.4 Canadian price variant of TMNT Adventures number 1. Wolverine number 1. And a 9.0. And a 9.8 of Alias number 1. Guys, Hulk 181 coming up. Hulk 181 alert. Coming up next, Hulk 181. Let's see what kind of grade we got. Had a lot of Hulk 181s lately. Gee, I wonder why. Here it is, Hulk 181 in a 5.5. I'm not sure who that belongs to. Nice. Ready for a big one? Huge one right here. Bone number 1. First printing, first everything. This book is massive. In a 9.2, it's like a $7,000 or $8,000 book, I think. And the other one is, I want to show you guys too, which is kind of cool. The other one is an ASM 300. But the 9.6 ASM 300. But I think maybe Chris can answer this if you're still there, Chris Reynolds. What do you think of this? This was a sweet copy of ASM 300, okay? Sweet, sweet copy. 9.6. This book Now, would this book have been a 9.8? See if I can get that to zoom in. Right there. Can you read that? Is that too? I'll go over here. Todd McFarlane, written in pen on page 1. Now, does that mean if this book did not have the Todd McFarlane scribble on the first page, would this book have gotten a 9.8? This book is a stunner. It is stunning. The colors, it's vibrant. Not, oh yeah, this is a 9.8 all day long. I almost said they should have given it a 9.8 even with the writing on it. It's so nice. Anyways, what do you think? Should have gotten a, would it, if it didn't have Todd McFarlane's name on it, would it have gotten a 9.8? I think it would have. How about another 9.8? G.I. Joe, number 27. G.I. Joe, number 47. X Factor, number 24, First Archangel. Wow, lots of talk. P. Bale says, looks like the package I sent you is in warehouse in Fort Erie, Ontario. Hopefully you'll get it tomorrow. Yes. You know, Paul, it was sent. I sent you UPS, I think, right? That was the only option I could send you. Unfortunately, I wanted to use FedEx. UPS is a pain. Whenever you send a parcel from the States to me, they always call and they always say, hi, we have a package for your clearance. Even if the value is like $50 or whatever. And you saw that I kept the value low on the package, right, Paul? They still called. They want to make another $50 to clear the package. So what I had to do yesterday is I had to contact them 3 times and tell them to use my broker, which is FedEx. And as soon as they hear that, they just clear it. It's ridiculous. It's a real scam, right? Because most people don't have a broker. They just kind of, oh, okay, I guess you have to clear it, and they get charged another $30 or $40. So, anyways, yeah, it should be. It says in a warehouse. It should be here tomorrow by the latest Thursday. I'm very excited to see what you sent. And I will do an unboxing. Paul, guys, sent me an awesome box of Migos to peruse. So I'm going to do a little unboxing with Migos because they are awesome. Mike says, oh, yeah, I just noticed they as... Okay, perfect. You're good to go. And Mike, I think that was your Hulk 181, by the way. I think. I'm not 100%, but I think it was. Mike Emmons says, IRE Fan Expo, don't know how others felt, but all the key books or slab books were top price and more, and no deals to be had. Of course. I mean, it was 100% like that. It was ridiculous. There was a guy had a giant size X-Men 1, and he wanted 2,000 more than GP. I'm like, give me a break. Here's a nice one, guys. G.I. Joe number 2 in a 9.8. And then another, you know what? 9.8s, anything's great. Look at that, another one. That's a G.I. Joe number 2 and 3 in a 9.8. Gotta like that. Get number 1, go with that. Nice set you got there. Okay, guys, that was the second box. Still one more box to go, so don't go anywhere. Oh, nice ASM 210. Thank you. RP should have took your advice on fast tracking my economy books. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is, right? They take forever. I had a guy contact me. Guys, I've got about probably 100 customers in flux right now. And what I mean by that is I have about 100 customers in total at any given time. I have people whose books I'm working on and are in queue to be worked on, and I've got the other half whose books are all done. They're at CGC. I'm just waiting for them to come back. So it's a lot of people to remember everybody, everybody's order. But a fellow contacted me today and asked if he could come pick up his books. I said, well, your half your order's done, but the economies aren't here yet. And he sent the books out. I sent the books out, I think it was in November. And I'm currently getting back economy books from like July, August of last year. So he won't get his November books back probably for another couple of months yet. We're getting there, almost. And I'm talking, I mean, Henry, if you're out there, your book should be coming back pretty soon too. All those guys are going on a year. And I'm never doing economy, ever, unless the economy turnaround time drops to like 40 days. I'm never doing them again. It's just ridiculous. Mike S. No, the Black Mask is second print. Thank you. Much lower on the pop report. That's right. Mike Lemon, you're talking about the Secret Wars #1. Mike S. dropping the knowledge. Well, hey man, that's great. Chris Reynolds, did they have Toronto Fan Expo exclusive variants or just variants that were released months ago for other Fan Expo? I used to flip them to help pay for my day. I don't know. I know they had variants there. I didn't even go to that table. Like I tell everybody, I don't care about variants. I don't buy variants. I don't get involved. That's why I got out of comic collecting to begin with, because they started doing variant covers. And so I just got out of it completely. So I just stayed away from there. Maybe somebody else can ask that. But, oh, there you go. Wayne just answered it. They had Fan Expo variant exclusives. They go look up Batman 423 foil selling for $150. Cost was $30. Yeah, hell with that. Mike said Secret Wars, the second and first print prices are roughly the same for lower grades, but 9 and 6 and 9 and 8, the second price are about $100 more. Thank you, Mike. Mike says, that might be mine. Yes, it might be. Luke's here. Nice bone, I know. That albedo, too. It is done. It is graded. And another thing that pissed me off. CGC, you're starting to piss me off. Sorry about that, guys. I kind of went off there. I hit the wrong thing. I was going to tell you what CGC did today, which really irritated me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was kind of ticked off. Today I called CGC to get the grades of a book. And the guy's order, he had like some standards, some express, and some moderns. Well, the express are going to get graded really quickly. And they were graded really quickly. Unfortunately, I called and they wouldn't give me the grades. Now, in the old days, I could get the grades just by going in the computer. Once they hit the final stage prior to shipping, you could always get the grades. They changed it to the point where you had to phone them in. So I phoned them in and I'd get a grade, or they'd send me the report. Now, they won't give me any grades until the book has physically left the building, which is kind of a pain in the butt, because sometimes I've got books waiting, like a really high-end book, and I can't find the grade out for a long time. The guy really, really wants to know. I know why they're doing it, but it's still kind of crappy. I'm a freaking dealer, for crying out loud. I've never really caused a problem about, oh, you know, it's a low grade, you should go back and redo it. I'm sure a lot of guys bust their nuts about that. Maybe that's why they've kind of gotten away from it. Also, they probably don't want to take the phone calls anymore because it wastes a lot of time on the phone giving people their grades. I just don't understand why, once the books are finalized, they should just have the grades accessible. That's the way it should be. So I wasn't too happy about that. Anyways, all that, Luke, because you asked about that book, and you're right. It's a huge book, and I'm really anxious to find out the grade. I'm thinking 9.4, 9.6. I hope. All right. Chris Reynolds. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on. Let me go to my chat here for a second. Let's talk before we go to our last box. Let's talk for a second. Chris Reynolds. They did have some exclusives, but I'm not sure if it was specific to Toronto or an exclusive found at all the expos. They don't knock grades for interior, SIG, and 9.8. So you're telling me a book could be a 9.8 and have the interior SIG, eh? Interesting. Well, that book should have got a 9.8 then. It's gorge. Luke, well, at least they opened the book. Yes, true. The Tom McFarlane is probably a signature, right? Oh, yeah, 100%. No, that went through. That would have went through probably. I think he wanted to go through walkthrough. He wanted it fast. When is the next What's in the Press? Probably later this week, early next. It's been a pretty slow go the last. I won't lie, it's been a slow go for the last 7 days. A lot of like day trips and stuff as the summer wraps up, so I haven't had a chance. And then tomorrow, I'm re-outfitting the office with some new desks and stuff. That's gonna take me about a day and a half to get together. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a shit show the rest of the week, but hopefully towards the end of the week or early next week, for sure early next week, you're gonna see a What's in the Press. P. Bales, yes, UPS. You know what I'm talking about. Spiro, will you be rolling into April, May submission soon? I hope so. Probably another month or so. Luke, Bone first print, Albedo 2, Crow 1, TMNT 1, all huge. Darn right they are. Christian V, as CGC reduces turnaround times, will you and other pressers feel the pressure to find ways to reduce your pressing time? Of course. Christian, I'm always finding time trying to figure that out. But keep in mind, CGC's pressing is still not very good. You send your books to CCS, you're looking at a year before you get the books pressed. So I'm sitting at around a 4 or 5 month deficit right now. I know other guys are sitting on, I was so happy. I was a Fan Expo. I heard people talking. Other guys are like still working on October, November. I'm like, I'm getting caught up, man. But again, it's me, it's Charlo. And I did mention there is someone else, I think, coming into the fray in the first weeks of September to try it out and see if it works out. So I might have a second person joining me as well. Remember, guys, I get a lot of books from dealers, modern books that just like hundreds of them, and that really does bog me down. So to have a couple of people, even just one person, to work on that bulk stuff would really open things up for me. Sam's, I dropped some books in March the day before the freeze took effect. Sam, you're very close. Sam, you are very, very close. Yours is very, very there. I saw yours. Oh, Sam's coming up. He's gonna be so happy. So Sam, you are right there. Dennis Mace is in the house. Where have you been, Dennis? What? Where's this place? Oh, Canada. I just remembered. Thank you. Okay. Wake and bake. Well, you get busy, guys. I have one more box left. Give me 1 second. This time I'm gonna go away and not hit the wrong button. I'll be right back with another box. Give me 1 sec. Here we go, my friends. We are now looking at the third box. Not filled as much as I would have liked. There's probably could have filled another 7 or 8 books in there. They didn't put enough in there. Okay, let's see. First book we have, Spider-Man Indian, a 9.6. Spawn 174 and a 9.8. Amazing Spider-Man 238 with the tattoos. Newsstand and an 8.0. Oops. Preview Man, Glossy Moderns. What do you mean Glossy Moderns, Luke? Sam, whoa. That was supposed to say, I am hoping. I figured as much, Sam. I figured as much. Dennis, I can't get a Joni Mitchell song out of my head. Well, then sing it. Nope, not Canada Day. Canada Day's long gone. That was July 1st. Always remember Canada Day's 3 days before Independence Day. Us first and you guys. There are no unwearable questions. All right, next we have another Spawn. Nice one. 175 and a 9.8. And another spawn, number 19, and a 9.8. What? Another spawn? Sure. 230 and a 9.8. Starting to see a lot more spawns coming in as well, guys. At a time when you didn't see very many at all, you see the occasional spawn number 1. Now I'm seeing all kinds of spawns. You know, and yeah, coming back at 9.8. Nothing wrong with that at all. Dealers are submitting mass moderns. Yeah. And when I say moderns, I don't necessarily mean like ultra, like the last 10 years. I'm talking 1980s, 90s, and now. I'm getting a lot of that stuff. And sometimes they're dropping off 2 or 3, you know, short boxes chock full. That takes time, right? Daredevil, number 10 in a 9.8. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Mary Jane and Black Cat, number 1, Beyond number 1, in a 9.8. Nice. These all belong to one person, I believe, and I forget who that person is. But I got a feeling they're going to be very happy because, look, lots and lots of 9.8s. Hey, listen, if you got a lot of 9.8s, that's fantastic. In the second season of Spawn, the second time, the cartoon, not my cup of tea. If it's the one I'm thinking, it was pretty dark stuff, man. That Spawn series was pretty dark. Tackled some pretty dark subject matter, that's for damn sure. Oh, heck. How about another Spawn? And let's make it a 9.8, shall we? There we go. Nice, eh? This camera actually looks pretty nice today. All right, some nice spawns there. Rob, I think they are yours. I believe. If you hit, I'll tell you right now, Rob, if you submitted books like these, they're probably yours. So I think these are the only ones I've done in quite some time. What else do we have? How about another Spider-Man India? But this time, let's have a 9.8. What? Amazing Fantasy 15 and a 9.8? Sure. Yeah, Spawn has got some great cover art. You're damn right. Luke, do you carry treasury size bags? I've heard they fit CG size magazine cases. Funny you should ask that. I was at Big B Comics yesterday out in Barrie on my way back from a cottage, and I was looking for that. I only need 6 treasury size, and I don't have any. I don't have any right now. A 9.6. Batman 635. Let me bag some of these guys up because I'm running out of room. Well, Rob, are you happy? Is that a dumb question? And remember, guys, if I have done work for you and you're happy with the work I've done and you haven't done so already, it's a lot of you have, and I do appreciate that. Go over to Google reviews. Leave me a Google review, please. When I hit 100 reviews, I think I'm at like 70 something right now. When I hit 100 reviews, I'm going to have a draw from those people who left me reviews for a $100 gift certificate. I believe Henry won the last $100 gift certificate. I'll give out another one, but I certainly appreciate any reviews you can give me over on Google. Good to hear, buddy. Very good to hear. What else we got? Got that one done. I don't know if we saw this one or not. I can't remember. Daredevil Volume 2, number 9, and a 9.8. That yours too, Rob? You gave me a lot of moderns, I know that. Hey, Jesus Cristo, I gotta go to work like a jerk. Well, what the heck is Google review? Well, Dennis, I haven't done work for you, so you can't give me a Google. I want only people that I'd appreciate it, but I really would like people that I actually done work for. People who can speak from experience dealing with me. Over on Google, you know what I mean? You go over to Google, you go type in the Comic Doctor, my whole thing comes up and it says reviews. You can leave me a review there. Yeah. What else we have here? Okay, we got a Spider-Man 2, another Spider-Man 210 and a 9.2. Look at that. That's weird. That's really weird. Check this out, guys. See that hump? It's like it's not broken. It looks like it's like it's not seated properly or something. Oh well. Quality control, CGC. What is that? What is quality control? It is doing your job fully, thoroughly. Pop Kills number 4 and a 9.8. Rob, these yours too? I don't remember. I know you gave me a lot of modern books, so. Wow, look at that. Another 9.8. What If number 105. An X-Men number 14, sorry, and a 6.0. I am open this Saturday, guys. I have not. These should be sorted by then. And I will text everybody once the stuff is ready. I hand these over to my daughter. She organizes everything. And then once she puts your folder in the contact area, I contact you to come by. I'll do my best to have these done for Saturday, but don't come unless I contact you because I don't want you coming there because your books won't be there unless I bring them with me. All right. I'll do my best. Wow, Rob, you did a score. You scored really good, man. That's awesome. A couple more here. Fantastic 450. .0. That's a great grade there for that one. And a Fantastic 4, number 49, and a 7.0. And that, my friends, is it. That's 3 boxes, 3 CGC boxes with some really great grades in that last box. Wow, 9.8 galore. Rob Delaney, congratulations. That's amazing for you. I guess that grader must have been having a really good day. Had some good news come their way, and they shared that happiness with you. Yeah, that must be all yours, Rob, because I see, yeah, 17 of those books were yours then. Wow. That's awesome. Congrats. All right, let's go back to the main. Let's go over to the chat window quick, and then I will take off very soon. But all right, there you go, guys. Let's see if I missed anything. We're almost done here. Getting hot this summer. It's gonna start getting cooled now. Yeah, it looks warped. You're right. It did look kind of warped, Luke. It was kind of not seated properly. Sounds good. All right, listen, guys. It's hot as hell in here yet again. It is time for me to go. Just missing 2 then. Probably, I'm going to say economy fast track, Rob. Probably economy books, I would think. But they will be back sooner rather than later, I would think. Right? They're economies. Because those are moderns. Unless you're missing 2 modern books, that could happen too. But they would have put them in there. So I'm assuming those 2 you're missing are either magazines or economy fast tracks. All right, guys. Listen. Here we go. Thanks for coming by. Listen, if you like talking comic books and looking at comic book art, again, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm trying to get to that 2,000 subscriber mark. Once I hit that milestone, I'll be giving out some goodies. This year comic book, The Avengers number 100, will be going out as a gift. This is donated by Sean out of British Columbia. This is going to be going to some lucky winner as well. I have a really nice, poster, I guess you could say, or print given to us, again, donated by Rob P. out of Toronto, signed by Jim Lee, a really great Jim Lee print. That'll also be given out when I hit 2,000 subscribers. So if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? It doesn't cost you nothing. Hit the subscribe button, and you could win one of those 2 awesome prizes. And I have a feeling, just a feeling, that there might be some more prizes added to that mix as we go along. All right. So get on over there and hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and hit the like button too. It does help me out a lot. Guys, any more comments here? Rob says one was an ASM 300. Well, Rob, I have a feeling that that book is probably already here, because it probably would have been a standard book and it would have beat these guys. So I got a feeling your other book, it was an ASM 300, is probably here, but the other one, I don't know what you have. So let me know. Dennis is just going crazy today. He wants someone to cut his hair off. Listen, I don't think anybody can. I don't think anybody's close to you. So save some money and do it yourself. Mike S., have a great night, Kev. We'll talk tomorrow. Mike, yes, thank you. Whoops, I for sure. Guys, have a great night. Stick around later in the week. I'm going to be having another unboxing, but with Migos, thanks to Paul B. And Migo Superheroes are coming. And also remember, on the 10th of September, another claim sale at 9 o'clock on September 10th. All right, guys, have a great night. Until next time, take care. Bye for now. Dennis, have a good night, pal. See you later.